Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth honored veterans over the weekend by thanking them for their service. And people also gathered to help fundraise for Buckhorn sophomore Lila Wooten, who was diagnosed with thyroid cancer earlier this year.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 o'clock on November 13th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, I have to tell you, this is not weather related, but I know you'll be proud of me.
Okay.
I put up my Christmas tree yesterday.
Yes! Yes! I am proud of you. Good job, Olivia.
I thought you'd like that.
That is the kindest thing you could have said to me on World Kindness Day. So I appreciate that.
I love it.
You'll get a kick out of this too. I'm still in the process. I've gotten one up so far, 4 more to go. So there you go. All right. Forecast this morning. Let's get into it. Taking a look at conditions across the region. Jenkins, US 119, US 23. We are looking a little bit on the chilly side, a little bit light traffic out there this morning. Not too bad, though, overall. We're looking at 20s in Irvin, Clintwood. Clintwood's actually done another degree there. Jonesville's joined the 20-degree club. And then Jackson is at 40. I was looking around to see if there's anybody else out there. Looks like we're in kind of just a cold territory this morning. Forecast for the breakdown, we're going to see 64, though, later today. Now, do not forget, it is still dry. There are still fires burning. There are still counties under complete burn bans. So remember that. I'll show you that map here and again a little bit later. But for the most part today, some hazy sunshine, and especially in the areas where the fires are not burning. It looks pretty nice out there as we continue through this first part of Monday. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon. Saturday, Eastern Kentuckians honored veterans who have served to protect us. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox has more on a Veterans Day ceremony in Breathitt County.
In Breathitt County, November 11th started with a march through downtown Jackson. Members of the Breathitt County High School JROTC and first responders escorted veterans.
People being in the community, people has always been very nice and very reverent and treated me very nice.
Once the march completed, veterans and community members gathered for a ceremony. With each speaker, more tears rolled down the cheeks of people in the audience.
We owe our very existence to our veterans, and that cannot be emphasized enough the way I look at it.
But for Breathitt County veterans, Judge Executive Jeff Noble says serving was not a hard ask for them.
One thing about Breathitt County that a lot of people don't know, in World War II, Breathitt County was the only county, not in the state of Kentucky, but the whole United States, that didn't have to draft one person.
Keeping that patriotism is something veterans look to continue through gatherings like their ceremony.
You would witness a gold star that people are very proud, and today was a very important day.
Community pride in the county and the country. In Breathitt County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Event organizer and Vietnam veteran Irvin Allen also sang "My Old Kentucky Home" at the end of the ceremony. Organizers emphasized the importance of Kentuckians knowing the song as part of celebrating freedom. And in Magoffin County, folks also gathered to honor veterans, but as part of that ceremony, they unveiled the finishing piece of the community's Veterans Memorial. WYMT's RJ Johnson was there.
The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the flags at the Magoffin County Veterans Memorial were raised.
But what happened a couple of years ago, I seen a couple of veteran memorials that had all the service flags around them, and it got me wanting that same thing here in Magoffin County.
Magoffin County Judge Executive Matthew Wireman says he worked with fiscal court members and found ways to help pay for the project that is now complete.
What you see is all the service flags and the MIA flag around the perimeter guarding our Veterans Memorial and our USA flag.
Wireman says with veterans from all walks of life being from Magoffin County, it's important to honor all of them.
We have veterans who have been involved in every major battle since the creation of Magoffin County in 1860. So we honor our veterans here.
Adding that the community support has been great to witness.
So it's something from our region. We stand up and we fight for our nation. And as you've seen by the crowd that was here today, our community supports us. They wasn't all veterans out there. There was a lot of just people from the community came out today. And that makes me proud to be a Magoffin Countyan and a Kentuckian and an American.
Saying they will continue to honor veterans in every capacity.
But I think our community has gotten behind this effort. We're continuing to dedicate roads. You see the casualty list on the wall behind me. We're going through it one by one, identifying the communities they were raised in and putting signs up and doing veteran ceremonies for those individuals.
In Magoffin County, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
Magoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman says they also named the bridge on Main Street in Salyersville, right beside the memorial, the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Dozens of folks gathered at the Nice Memorial Church in Breathitt County to raise money for Buckhorn sophomore Lila Wooten. Lila was diagnosed with thyroid cancer earlier this year and has received various treatments. Her mom says it has not been easy financially, and she says she is thankful for the friends and family that came and supported them.
Well, we hadn't even made it there yet, and the pathology report that UK done just for Texas to read it, it was a little over 3,000. We're just grateful and thankful that the Lord has placed people like them in our lives to help us out in hard times.
Donita says Lila still has to undergo blood work in Texas and at UK. For 30 years, God's Pantry Food Bank has been helping families celebrate Thanksgiving, and dozens of volunteers got together Saturday to assemble thousands of Thanksgiving meal boxes for families in need. Mike Halligan is the CEO of God's Pantry Food Bank. He says 7,000 households will get to enjoy a Thanksgiving meal this year thanks to the volunteers participating in the 20th annual Lexington Basket Brigade. Each basket contains enough food to prepare a meal for 8 people plus leftovers.
When neighbors come for the distribution and receive their meals, we hear things like, "Thank you so much. There's no way we could afford to be able to have a Thanksgiving meal."
All of this year's Thanksgiving baskets are spoken for, but if you're facing food insecurity and need help, you can visit godspantry.org. Today kicks off the 36th annual Big Blue Crush Blood Drive in Kentucky. The annual competition pits Kentucky against Tennessee to see which state can donate the most blood. This year's contest will run from November 13th to the 17th. There are 3 locations in eastern Kentucky where you can donate blood as part of the challenge. You can donate at the Kentucky Blood Centers in Pikeville, Somerset, or Corbin from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. today through Friday.
6:08 here on this cold Monday morning. We're looking at the London Corbin Airport. Not a whole lot of traffic down that way this morning. Everything looking fairly quiet. Temperatures down that way, 33 there at the airport, 28 up in Irvin, Jonesville 2, 29 in Clintwood, 39 Pikeville, 40 in Jackson, 37 in Logan, 36 in Somerset, and 36 in Jacksboro and Harlan this morning. The next few hours are going to take us up into the 60s with abundant sunshine. We're going to be several degrees above average today, topping out right around 64. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When we return, we'll have the latest on negotiations to free the hostages in Gaza and the climbing Palestinian death toll.